Okay, we're on the last part of the measurement chapter, metric units of measurement. We have the metric system, includes meters, liters, grams. We also have we'll look at temperature later on as well. Here are the unit conversions, but there is a different way to do this, which I'll show you after I do the unit conversions, and your book shows you as well. It's using a conversion bar. So here, which of the following sets of 3 units are all metric measures of length? So this one is here, inch, foot, yard, so not metric, kilometers, centimeter, millimeter, metric, kilogram, gram, centigram. Those all look metric. Then we have kilometer, decimeter, and foot, not metric. Now we'll do some examples of converting using dimensional analysis, just the traditional way. So I'll do this as an example, this part A. Actually, yeah, I'll do A real quick. 1 kilogram over 1, and then there's 1,000 grams to 1 kilogram. So that equals 1,000 grams. One way you can think of it too is to know you went the right way of multiplying. It's all base 10, so it's nice and easier than our US conversions. But you can think of it as a kilogram is a larger unit of measures than grams. So it's going to take more grams to equal that same thing because they're small increments. Centimeter to kilometers. Now we know we're going from a smaller unit of measure to a bigger one, so the kilometers will be a tiny number relative to that. So we have 1 centimeter over 1 times 1 meter to 100 centimeters. Just like before, we can't always go direct. 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. So we'll end up with 1 over 1 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. Use your commas, and that's in kilometers. So 1 over 100,000 will look like this. Move the decimal over. Should be a 1 on the end. So I'm going to have 5 zeros and a 1. And that's in kilometers. And hectoliter to milliliters. 1 hectoliter. And then we have 100 liters to 1 hectoliter. Oops. And then 1,000 milliliters to 1 liter. So that's 100,000 milliliters. So a lot of times we don't need to do the unit conversion method, but if you choose to, all your conversions are right here. I'm going to actually show you a different type of method using what we call a conversion bar. It's a little shorter. It's nice and quick, actually. So I'm going to write up here what the conversions are. So we have the largest is kilometers or kilograms or whatever it is. And then there's, then we have our hecto, and then we have our deca, begins with a D. We have our unit, whatever that is. I'm going to label that as a U. That might be grams, liters, meters, whatever it is. That's our unit. And then deci, and centi, and milli. And a few spaces down, if we need it, are micro units. So if we think of it this way, if you want to remember it, it's King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk, is a good little way to remember that. But it tells us which direction to go. So if we're at centimeters down here, and I want to get over to meters, which is our unit for the length, I'm going to have to go 1, 2, 3 jumps over. So I will do that same thing here with my decimal point. If there's no decimal to be seen, it's understood to be at the end. And I know I need to go left by the conversion bar, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, right there. 3 places left. So then I can say it's 7.225 meters. Oops. I was thinking it was millimeters. So it's actually just 2 places. Let me fix that. Sorry about that. I had in my head that it was millimeters when I was looking at it. So we're here at centimeters, and then we're just going 1, 2 places. So it'll be 72.25 meters. Let me do another one here. So 32.5 kilometers, and we have kilometers over here. So we don't count the space that we're on, and we are going to have to jump over to meters to the right. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 places to the right. So if we have, I'm just going to write it bigger here. We would go 1, 2, 3. So 32,500 meters would be the equivalency. Now this one is micrometers. So that is the one that I put way down at the end. And then there's also going to megameters, and that's even further this direction. So if we need to go from micrometers all the way over to megameters, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 places to the left. So let's just rewrite our number. 5, 4, 2, 5, and I'm not putting the commas in because I won't want them there later, but here's my decimal, and I need to go 12 places left. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then that's where my decimal moves to. And put a 0 in front and fill in there. If I wanted to write this in scientific notation, we'll cover that later, and I'll show you how that works. Now we're on to page 56 of your workbook. I'm going to leave a couple of these for you to do for classwork because I think you can handle that. So this one here is going to be classwork, example 5.13. The answer for that is going to be 5 grams. So I'll just write that over here. So try that one out, see how it goes. Also think this one is not too much. And again, you'll see the key if you get stuck. So you can look at all the steps, but try it. And then you can write me a note. I tried this, I got stuck, I'm going to check the key, or I'm going to ask you about it, that kind of thing. This one I'll do as an example. So first we need to get everything into the same units because it's all different. We have a 2-liter bottle, has 87 centiliters of oil and 4.1 deciliters of water. How much more liquid? More liquid is needed to fill the bottle. So we could just put it all into whatever you choose. I'm going to choose centiliters. You could do it differently. So I know 2 liters is going to equal 200 centiliters. I'm just moving my decimal 2 places to the right. 4.1 deciliters is going to equal just 1 place to the right, 41 centiliters. So then I have 87 is my centiliters that I started with here. My bottle is 200, right? So I know I have 87 centiliters, that was already set, plus the 41, now they're centiliters, so I'm going to write that here. I'm just going to add those together. And you can use a calculator, but this one's pretty easy. So that's the liquid that I have. So I just need to subtract that liquid from the bottle, and I get 72 centiliters. So I need, I'm going to write it in a sentence, 72 centiliters more to fill the bottle. The last thing we'll look at is temperature. And I'll just do one of these here. The boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. We have this formula that we can use here for conversions, which is nice. And you can just plug in on your calculator. But do actually write it out so I know and can see what's happening there. So Fahrenheit equals 1.8 Celsius plus 32. So my Celsius is 100 degrees, so I'm going to fill that in, just plugging in. Follow order of operations, and you get 212 degrees. It's water boiling point. And that's in Fahrenheit. I'll leave some examples for you to work out as classwork. and check your answers, check the key. So this one, probably already know, but it should be 0 degrees Celsius. It's pretty common. And then this one, the answer will come out. And I'm just putting it's a key, so I'm just putting the answer itself. I don't always put units. This case I did, the units being Celsius or Fahrenheit. And I don't write it in a sentence usually for a key. And that is it. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to submit your notes and your classwork.